I love everything that she makes as a content creator, and I am telling you to go see her podcast with Chase Daniel. It's called Scoop City because I love her story and her information is extraordinary, and she likes talking to the Steelers offensive coordinator for a long time in a way I never would. I would not enjoy any of that, but she makes it good and entertaining. So, Dianna, thank you on our 20th anniversary for celebrating this with us because we are thrilled to have you as part of our team this year.
Guys, thank you so much. Before this turns into the true clown show circus that it usually becomes when I appear on the show, I mean this. Congratulations to doing anything for just 6 months consistently at a high level in this space, in this world right now is a good thing. And to be able to do this for 20 years and to stay intact and have the relationship you guys do and to continue to be so entertaining, this is such a joy and really an honor to be on the show on a day that you're celebrating 20 damn years together. So congrats to you two for keeping this thing going.
And it's going to get bigger here in an hour when we tell you what's going on. But Stugotz, Dianna, can you tell Stugotz as we head into God Bless Football? Before we get to this, hold on. I'm gonna get to the Jets in a second. But just so you know what God Bless Football is, okay? Because it's largely an atrocity, but it's an entertaining one. Here is Stugotz talking to Mike Elko and really mortifying me with question. This is before Mike Elko plays Notre Dame.
My friend.
And I just can't believe what Stugotz did to Elko. And visually, the funniest thing about this was not the question. It's the pan on the camera to Elko right after he's asked the question. Watch this.
You know, you might win the game, but you're not going to win best looking coach. Okay. Like, you know that, right?
What?
What are you talking about?
What is that question?
The guy across the side from you.
Where
The
are we
guy
going
across
with
the
that?
side that Mike,
I thought that competition was still wide open.
I happen to find Coach Elko to be very attractive.
No, I'm very attractive, man. I do too, but Marcus Freeman is the best looking person I've ever seen, period.
All right, now this is getting really uncomfortable.
Don't worry, Coach. Coach Freeman can blow an easy game. We've seen that over the years.
Oh, gee.
Thanks, Billy. Diana's reaction is perfect. That was also my reaction, Dianna. Why did they do this to Mike Elko?
It's uncomfortable. It's rude. It's superficial. And Coach looked actually stunned that Stu found him to be ugly. Like it was, he had this moment you could see. He was like, wait, am I not attractive? Like my wife thinks I'm attractive. Women have shown me signs in the past that I'm attractive, but Stu just highlighted that. Yeah, you're not that good looking. So I feel like you got in his head there and you messed with his confidence for 100%.
I was making a larger point that anyone who stands anywhere near Marcus Freeman is no longer good looking. That's all.
Oh, I get what you were doing.
No, he was saying he was ugly. You said he was ugly.
In comparison to Marcus Freeman, that's all I was saying. But who is it?
I was thinking when I was watching it, Dan, my mind was thinking just about how I put together a lot of my questions for my interviews when I'm going to all these different camps this summer, and how I'm always just trying to be as conversational as possible, but ask questions that they want to talk about, things that they want to talk about. Like, could you imagine if I did that? Could you imagine if I said that?
Thank you, Dianna. This lust for Marcus Freeman, it needs to end.
Like
everyone,
I probably would have said Marcus Freeman is smoking hot
with the obsession with Marcus Freeman. It's weird. They're objectifying him on ABC, saying, "Oh, he looks like he hit the squat rack." Everyone needs to settle down with this Marcus Freeman. Just don't talk about him, all right, guys? It's getting a little weird.
This interview with Dianna Russini is presented by LinkedIn Jobs.
It's going to be all season. She's going to be all over God Bless Football. I'm very excited to have her be a part of our team.
So something that you guys missed is journalism was done in that interview, and you guys, are here and you're saying disaster, this, that, circus, this, that, and the other. Mm-hmm. I took a page out of Diana's book and I said, you know what, I'm gonna test the coach here, and I don't know if anyone caught on to the subtlety of this, but the way this interview ended, we're gonna play the clip right now. I threw a little test out there to see if Coach was up for the challenge.
Thanks,
Coach. Right. Gig 'em.
You look happy, Coach.
Appreciate you guys.
You got it, man.
Guys didn't get the subtlety of that. He didn't gig him back.
You got to gig him back.
He didn't gig him back, and I had people from Texas A&M reach out to me as soon as that interview aired. They said, "We're losing this game." He didn't gig you back. This game is over.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I wish I knew that before I laid the bet.
Mm-hmm.
Got to get a gig him back.
Unfortunate.
We will get to Lucy gigging him this weekend in a second. Did she do any gigging? Did Lucy did she do substantive gigging?
She did something because she went very viral.
Yeah.
We will get to Lucy in a little bit. But Dianna, can you tell us? I believe Mike Ryan keeps liking to tell me, and he's not wrong, that it's been a long time since we've seen Aaron Rodgers be good. But the Jets are good without Aaron Rodgers. Belichick, who's been passed by Saban, according to Greg Cody, was telling us all about Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson and how difficult they are to stop if they've actually got someone who's not Zach Wilson as their quarterback. What can you tell Stugotz about what you think his Jets are going to be this year if Aaron Rodgers is actually healthy?
I just love we're living in this world right now where you just entered that question with Bill Belichick is telling us, right? Telling us on one of the 19 media outlets that he's now part of. I can't keep track of all the things he's doing, but Matt Patricia standing behind the lectern, looking like a priest almost, asking Bill to break down tape of the New York Jets. I found that to be very entertaining and comical and almost like, what world are we living in that this is really happening? But it is. And we need to probably listen to everything Bill's saying, because when it comes to breaking this film down, he's right. And everything that he included in that film breakdown are the things that I've seen at practice. And I know about this New York Jets team headed into the season. We say it's the simple thing to say about the Jets. If Aaron Rodgers stays healthy, they're going to win. And you say that because you look at the roster top to bottom. And even on the offensive line, they've gotten a little bit better. As long as Aaron can just go back to playing at the level we know he can play at, I have all the confidence in the world that the New York Jets can do it. All that other stuff that we talk about, and Dan, I had to do a show. And when I say I had to, because it wasn't really an ask, at WFAN with Stu a few weeks ago in studio. We talked a lot about the Jets, and there's just so many people, I think, in the Jets fan base that just they have PTSD from this. They don't really believe that they can be good. But I can tell you that from seeing it with my own eyes, they've got something special this year. And as long as they can really keep out the dysfunction that we saw a lot of last year, this could be the year for the Jets.
It was Aaron who caused that dysfunction, though, wasn't it? For the most part, I mean.
Well, I think there's a lot of people guilty of contributing to a team that looked the way they did last year and why it appeared to be so dysfunctional, right? So the Jets trade for Aaron Rodgers and they essentially hand him over the keys, which is great. If I'm Woody Johnson, I'm doing the same thing because I'm looking around the facility and I'm going, who here knows how to win? Who? Nope. Oh, yeah, that guy, right? The quarterback. So, Aaron, we want to listen. We want to hear what you think. Help us build this culture. We've got something here, but we need more. But by doing that, I think the power structure was then thrown off because now you have Aaron with all the say and weighing in on everything and wanting to be the coach rather than just focusing on just the quarterback stuff. So even when he wasn't involved with the team, he was always involved with the team. So look, it starts there, but the dysfunction behind the scenes really just came down to the fact that leadership essentially gave up once Aaron went down. There wasn't a thought, okay, we can figure this out. Let's find a way to keep competing and winning. The hope was gone soon as Aaron went down because they built the whole season based around the success of Rodgers taking this team to the Super Bowl. So a few plays in on Monday Night Football against the Bills, it all swirls the drain and goes down. And now I think they've learned a lot. Like that's the one thing I will say from my interactions with people in the Jets organization, there definitely seems to be a shift in the tone of, yeah, that was a mess. We got to shut down these leaks. Robert Saleh has said it. Like he's come out. As much crap as I've gotten for my piece on the Jets dysfunction, which, fans don't really want to hear how bad their teams are. I've discovered that, guys, in this process. But Saleh came out recently and just said it. It was not good. And they've really put a lot of effort into shutting him down a lot. Have you noticed? I don't hear a lot of Robert Saleh. This time last year, he was talking Super Bowl. We don't hear that right now, right? So from a PR standpoint, I think they're doing a really good job. And really, obviously, it comes down to what they're doing on the field. And all that is lining up really well right now.
So they learned a lot. What did you learn about taking your kids to school today, huh?
That my husband is a lunatic and really hard on me. I dressed Mikey up and Joey, obviously both going to school this morning, out the door 6:45, and I'm taking pictures and getting them ready to go. My husband's like, Mikey's shoes are on, they're on the wrong feet. They're not even on the right foot.
Well, but
by the way, I'm texting with somebody with a source because I was working on the Trent Williams contract story, which broke this morning. So I've got the phone, and it's quiet in my neighborhood. I live on a lovely street, and people don't wake up that as early as we do. And the boys are screaming, shoes are on the wrong feet, and I really don't care because I want to break the news. So things aren't really good right now.
Dianna, do me a favor, please. I'd like the team to work with you so that every week you're coming to us with your best story from the week on how you cannot be a present mother because the NFL will not stop on your phone. Like,
Dan, you know what's fun? Take your kids for family photos. Okay, so Mikey's 3, Joey's 1. Go take a cute little photo on a Sunday morning when it's 90 degrees and it's the week before opening week and you have 3 major superstars holding in, holding out, waiting for contracts while, you have to do columns and all this other stuff, podcasts, all this other responsibility that I have. It doesn't work. It does not work. Wait till you see these photos. I'm going to bring the photos to the next show so you can see what my family truly looks like. Because I'll tell you, I'm not posting or sharing with my family this year in the holiday card the picture that probably appears to be us put together. I'm going to show the real us. Wait till you see this thing.
Put it on the poll, please, as part of this segment. I want this segment to be, put it on the poll at Le Batard Show. Is the NFL bad for motherhood? Because your kids are going to be scarred throughout their childhood with the wrong shoes because you've got to write down something Matt Patricia said.
Correct. And the problem with all of this is I'm probably always just going to keep picking football. So what's going to happen to Mikey and Joey?
Yes, this is going to be problematic because I really don't think that people understand that it would not be possible for Adam Schefter and Woj or Shams to get a 1 and a 3-year-old off to school correctly in the morning. None of them can do it. There's no way. Like, they don't have the capacity. What she's doing is not physically possible. Those kids are doomed and scarred for life. Mommy's not present. Mommy loves the Ravens backup quarterback more than she loves me.
As long as I get that tweet out, that's all that matters. Safety second. Story first.
Is Russell Wilson any good?
He's okay. I think it was a true competition there. It was. I know everyone's like, no, it wasn't. They planned on the veteran the whole time. No, I was down on the ground. I was talking to people. There was a moment there where Justin Fields was making a true case that he could do it. But when the powers that be, Omar Khan, Mike Tomlin, the ones making the final decision on what was best for this team, in their mind, they believe that Russell Wilson is the best option to open up this season. Do I think this is going to last? I don't think the leash is that long. But the fact that they named him captain, the only offensive player named captain, I think when you see it, you go, oh, that's interesting. I actually don't think it's that curious. They don't have anyone else on offense. Who else are they going to name? And I also think it's a mental thing, right? This gives Russ some confidence. He got his butt kicked by Sean Payton of the Denver Broncos in that exit in terms of just the beatdown that he had to handle. And look, some of it, he was part of it, but I think the Steelers are looking at both their quarterbacks as we have to figure out how to get the best out of them while also trying to rebuild their confidence because both of them were a little shaky here starting camp coming off the experiences that they both did, obviously Russell in Denver and Justin Fields in Chicago.
Let me understand something, please. She's been with the Packers, the Jets, the Browns, the Vikings, the Steelers, and her last stop was with the Broncos. You mentioned Russell Wilson somehow getting his confidence shattered by Sean Payton. The shipping container thinks what about Bo Nix? Like, because what Sean Payton is doing...
I like him as a Heisman dark horse this year.
What Sean Payton just told everybody is all of that was Russell Wilson's fault. I need a new start here. This isn't my fault. I'm going to now start with a new guy, Bo Nix.
Russell Wilson wasn't his guy. Bo Nix is his guy. Big difference.
So, Dianna, your thoughts there? Quarterback whisperer Sean Payton, who had the great benefit of working with Drew Brees to become that quarterback whisperer. Bo Nix isn't young, but he doesn't have any experience at the pro level, and I'm not used to seeing many people play that position without a lot of experience at the pro level fast.
Correct, but he has the most starting experience of any of these rookies coming out. And just hearing about the things that I know Sean is maniacal about when it comes to playing the quarterback position and knowing that this kid is checking off these psychotic boxes at this point is why I have confidence in this marriage and it working. Stu, you're right. Was Russell Wilson his guy? No. But the Penners ownership brought Sean Payton in to fix it, and he didn't. They could have brought in anyone to do what he just did, which was essentially cut Russell Wilson and cost them $80 million, right? So I think there's pressure on Sean here to make this work with Bo Nix. And he's all in on trying to make sure that this rookie quarterback is as prepared as he possibly can mentally and understanding the things that he wants. Sean is a psycho about taking care of the football, not taking sacks. These are those things that he thinks, these are the parts of the game that he thought hurt them last year. They're young, they're hungry now. And I will say from being around Sean's teams in the past in New Orleans, this Denver team right now feels closer to what I used to experience when I was in New Orleans. Sean's got his fingerprints all over this organization now. This example of the Denver Broncos that we're going to see, this is Sean Payton's Denver Broncos. We'll just see whether or not this all works out.
The name of the show is Scoop City, a show about the NFL. I am promising you that it is excellent. I am promising you that everything she does is excellent, and I'm thrilled that she's going to be with us all season.
Except
NFL,
getting your kids off to school.
Yeah,
then,
well, she gets them there. No, she gets them. Look.
I took the one to the wrong classroom. So I forgot how old he was. I was like, oh, yeah, the 3-room over here. My husband's like, he's 1. I'm like, oh, this way.
I'm excited about your partnership with Chase. He's a hell of a follow on social media. He's trying to make NFL Threads a thing. He's presently on FS1, but he's a really insightful dude. These backup quarterbacks, they know so much about the game. He's a hell of a media star that's up and coming.
He's so thirsty on Twitter. He is. I try to talk to him, and Dan, I don't know if you've ever had this experience with Stu where you're observing something and you're going, please stop. Please
yeah, all
stop.
the time, 20 years.
Every day.
Every minute of every day.
Mm-hmm.
For the name, just protect me somehow. Please, respect the show a little bit. Chase is all in on social. So, look, I think there's some envy I have there, full disclosure. I think I wish I had the time to put so much out there all the time. He's a content machine. Breakdowns and thoughts. He's weighing in on gymnastics. He's talking about milk. He's ranking farm animals. Like he's just all over the place because he is obsessive about being out there and being part of this landscape of having a voice. So there's beauty in that, especially for someone like me who's been doing it so long, and I feel like I've seen it all. And to have someone this energized and excited about every single clip we post and texting me in the middle of the night, like, hey, what clip do you think is going to be good? What's a great caption? What do people like to hear about? It's very entertaining, exhausting, but entertaining. But in regard to his knowledge, I mean, he's been on 7 different teams. I always remind myself, yes, he was a backup quarterback. But the value of Chase Daniel isn't about the throws he's made. It's about the rooms he's been in. And that's where we can really tap into good conversation, because as much information as I can collect, I don't know 90% of it. He knows how the Sean Payton quarterback room looks like. He knows what that playbook looks like, what a play call sounds like in your ear, because they're notorious for being obnoxiously long. So to be able to tap into that stuff has been really cool, and it's been a different experience for me from really anything I've ever done at ESPN.
Let's put it on the poll at Le Batard Show. Are you a bad mother if you send your child to the wrong class because you're talking to Trent Williams' agent? Thank you, Dianna. It's nice to see you again, and I'm thrilled that we're flying now. It's going to be all season, and it's going to be crazy, and we're going to bring a whole lot of big guns with us. Thank you, Dianna. Nice seeing you.
Thank you, guys. Congrats again on 20 years. Thank you for this opportunity. I'm the biggest fan of your show, so this is such an honor to be here. I can't wait to talk to you guys next week.
Yeah, it's going to be great. You're going to hear and see her on God Bless Football, and she's going to be around all the time. What are you smiling about?
No, I was going to ask her about Chase Daniel's top farm animals. I mean, that's the question.
Good question.
It's a big controversy.
She named her podcast after you, Greg.
Ooh, good point. Scoop City. Yeah.